Game time. Next number 2, he got the bottom on Zion Brown for the slate of conference this evening. Starting the court side with Indy Black Professionals taking on Zion. We've got a coach, but people have on tap for tonight. Themselves from the bottom half of that team's important position. Indy Black Professionals winning the tip. They have the ball now. Let's see almost outside corner. She added the three. Start there for Indy Black Professionals. Top of the key, Ford for Pace. Representing Zion, a 20-point game with girls think last Wednesday. They held it over 39 points from that Spears. 3. For each team to begin this ball game on the first possession for each squad, and that's a nice 80 Williams up and in. Williams averaging around 5 points per game this season. That's a good start for her. You see her penetrate on most of the first 2 offensive possessions. One less mistake. Forward down low. Mariah King on her. Ford goes up to throw. With some English on that one to get it to fall home.
I don't know how Harry Ford held on to her pivot foot there, but nice job to do so. Hit the bucket.
Williams guarded by Spears will step into a 3 off the backboard. Rebound corralled by Lyons. He's got it across the timeline on the far side of the floor. That's the first miss we've seen so far tonight. That 3 is off the backboard. Out of Rucker. And here comes Williams. Good note by no Spencer Green, the star for Indy Black Professionals, at least for the time being. As Phoenix fires on that front court jumper. We do expect Spencer Green to arrive at some point, just running a little bit late this evening. Outside that pass, it is Williams dumping it down low to the cutting Cyrus, and it rolls off the right side of the rim. Jason Jackson from takeoff into this ball game. Now here's Spears, who's already hit 1 tonight. Can't connect there. Offensive rebound. Ford kick out to Rucker 3. That's off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Arnold. Arnold will step into a 3 at the top of the key. That's off the back of the rim. Rebound corralled by Lyons. 5 all. Just over 2 minutes into this ball game. Rucker was old now to start. Far side of the floor is Rucker. Guarded by Jameson. Drives off the front of the left hand. Hit ahead pass into the front court. The Arnold lays in an uncontested layup.
Pass by Williams. And finding her.
Spears driving baseline. Double team at the block and walk. Travel call there against Dawson Spears. Averaging right around 7 points per game this summer for Pace. Here's Williams, top of the key, left side wing. Short corner now dumping it down the left side block. It's on the board with a nice cut across the lane and a finish on the left side. 9-5 Indy Black Professionals. Jesse Key not got into the game so far, the leading scorer for pace. Because it needs some help with the line. Thought about it, handoff to Rucker. Rucker, an open lane to the basket, and she lays it in with the left hand.
It's a slight miscommunication on the handoff. Gave Rucker all the space she needed to drive to the hoop.
Williams left side. Defense goes underneath the screen. Williams can't make them pay for deep. He has the rebound, so push it. Inside that three-point arc, that one deflected. Watch back there for Cyrus, but here comes our return to Cyrus, drives in, kicking, Jameson stepping into it right
for three.
What a job by Chelsea Jameson. Put herself in the line of sight of the ball handler. Ready as soon as that ball touches his hands.
Volume hasn't really been there this summer for Jameson from deep, but the percentage is high. That's a take away for Indy Williams. Williams attacking, pushing. He lost it momentarily. He was chasing after it. And it will remain possession for Indy Black Professionals. He's checking in now.
Kelly Martin in the game for pace.
Martin will check in. Dossie Spears will head in the game.
Outside of the Rucker layup we saw earlier, not much has been easy, I would say, for Pace offensively so far in this game. Meanwhile, I feel like Indy Black Professionals has done a pretty solid job of just moving the ball around and finding whoever's open for the shot attempt.
It'll be Jameson to inbound. Slight delay in the action. But Jameson has it now looking to inbound it. He gets it into Williams. Started by Martin, newly checked. Using the screen, driving right baseline. Met by a couple of Pace defenders. He lost it on bounds, but it was poked away by Pace. So Indy Black Professionals will retain possession now. With 6 seconds on the shot clock, they'll inbound along the baseline. Inbound here to Arnold, corner. 3 seconds down the shot clock. Arnold drives baseline against Key and 2 is fouled. The tough call there for
Key, your first team's first.
Ryan. Shot clock was dwindling down. It now resets to 14.
If you're the defender, you just straight up, right? You bail the offense out when you commit a foul in that area.
Down low, Cyrus in between three. Hits the fall away jumper. The lead is up to 7 now for Indy Black Professionals. Martin looking for a cutting key, deflected out of bounds. Looks like it was Brian that got the last touch as Jenna Soldier
Jenna Soldier, the game for Indy Black Professionals.
Mariah King. Inbound here to Key. Right side wing down low, looking for floor working against the newly checked in Sullivan. He goes with a nice move out of hand. Outlet pass to Cyrus. Right side goes up and was fouled by Key. He couldn't get the layup to fall. There'll be 2 already.
Foul on Key, your second, team second.
This ball game on Jesse Key.
Cyrus at the line for Indy Black Professionals.
He's done a really nice job as the table setter early in this game for Indy Black Professionals. Another one of those great outlet passes. The last one turned into a direct assist. This led to Cyrus getting to the free throw line.
Cyrus at the charity stripe having to battle the lights a little bit here inside the Bonner Center as the first one falls.
That definitely would be distracting while you're shooting a free throw, the lights going on and off.
It's not like a flickering lead. It's a timer kind of thing. Going on and off, and Cyrus goes 2 for 2 at the line. The lead for Indy Black Professionals is 9. Martin can't finish with the left rebound. Arnold hit ahead with Sullivan, but it's just outside the reach. Turnover as Pace will regain possession.
I still like the way this team is playing, right? Make the defense get back. See if they can sprint back time and time again.
Bottom left side, inside the arc. Cross court, here's Rucker. Rucker has the last basket for Pace. It came nearly 4 minutes ago as Ford lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Indy Black Professionals. The ball will stay down here. to play it in. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Driving, middle of the floor, floating off the left side of the rim. Ricochet is out of bounds. Last touch by Indy Black Professionals, so reset that shot clock to 14. No inbound once again underneath the basket. Catch and shoot 3 off the inbound, off the Rucker, offensive rebound. Or can't get it to go. But Jesse Q is there. And third time he's on for pace on that possession.
Stay after that ball. About to mention.
The foul out front, and if that's on Jesse Q, that's number 2.
Third.
Just saw him first bucket of the ball game on an offensive rebound, but Key gonna have to head to the bench now. He just picked up her 3rd foul inside the first 9 minutes of this first half. The leading scorer and leading rebounder heading to the bench and foul trouble early in this first half. Here's a run out for Rucker, left side, and up to the right. Acrobatic finish there for Autumn Rucker. Shot 4 early. Attacking, she can't finish. Jameson, kick out, extra pass, Sullivan. She'll let it fly from deep. Too strong. Other offensive rebound. Williams goes up and finishes.
Williams.
The first pass, he checked in for Key. Aaron pass, Jameson will chase it down for Indy Black Professionals. Keep doing as well. Sullivan, extra pass. Arnold, left wing 3. That's off. You can tell us seriously released it. Looking to count. Down by 7. Rucker driving again. He's got 6 there.
With the left hand, too.
Sullivan looking to count. Another offensive rebound for Indy Black Professionals. Sullivan gets it back and hits the following jumper. Brian, I've been impressed with the off-ball movement early, especially on the second half.
I was just about to say, it feels like this Indy Black professional team does not stop moving, and everybody who has the ball is always looking to give it away to one of those cutters, one of those movers, and it makes for great offense.
Martin's 3 was off. J.D. Williams will now slow it down ever so slightly. 7-point lead for Indy Black Professionals, who are still without their leading scorer. Of course, you do expect her to arrive at some sort of night. But as of right so far, with Cyrus extends the lead to 9.
Again, it's that movement. Cyrus is on the block. She just flashed toward the free throw line area and found an opening.
Rucker, she's had the hot hand for pace, and she offers in a 3. Talked about the athleticism for Rutgers on, but how about that 3-point shot? Cyrus has another 2 on this thing, another mid-range jumper.
Just a key on the bench. It's going to have to be a lot of Autumn Rucker here for Davis.
See the top leading scorer for Case on the bench with Jesse Key and Chauncey Spears over there as well. Here's Martin driving right side, had it flipped from her. Last touch by Indy
Indy Black Professionals.
Go check that game.
Chauncey Spears back in the game for pace.
Jameson checks out for Indy Black Professionals. Mariah King back in. Jesse Key actually will remain on the bench, so it's just Spears in for Lyon for pace. Spears catches 3 right off the bench. Too short. She's got her own rebound. Driving below the free throw line, flicking up the left hand and floating. Off the left side, Arnold the rebound. Here's the lead from Cyrus. Throw it down momentarily. Another jumper. Too small. Martin, here's Lawson. He returns it to Martin, down low 4. Good job by Sullivan to push her off her spot. Forward, driving, moves up with the reverse again. Another nice finish underneath the basket there. Keeping the finish from Lawson. Attacking right to left. Underneath the basket. Moves around the perimeter. 3 on it.
That was like one of the Indy Black Professional possessions we've been talking about. Just great ball movement after seeing the turnover and getting a wide open shot out of it.
Arnold, hard drive to the basket. Too strong on the first effort. The second effort, the return player is hit from the free throw line for 2 shots. Interesting, Zion, he kind of touched on it, but this last little mini serve for Pace has come with Jesse Key on the bench with 3 fouls.
Right, man. I think this team is just, you know, a couple minutes ago when she had to step out of the game with that third foul, the team just realized, okay, we're going to have to figure out our offense, our production ourselves. So see Ford do some work down low in the post. Of course, I mentioned how important that stretch Rucker was on was to keeping them in this game. And now they're right back in it. It may be slipping away from them at a certain point, but
Key back in the lineup
like I
for
said, back in it,
pace.
coming off that win last week, I still think there's a level of confidence they have after that. And they're playing back in the last few minutes.
First free throw is good for Arnold. Jesse Key has since returned to the floor. Ford heading to the bench for Pace. He has, I might count 4 early points on a couple of nice moves down low. There's Jesse Key, the defensive rebound. Second leading rebounder in the City League is Jesse Key. He drives, he kicks. Here's another three.
Front right toe just barely on that line. Great shot.
Arnold now. Cross court. Sullivan, who's not afraid to let it slide just a bit strong on that one. Defense rebounders at the City League. Always aggressive on both ends of the floor, attacking the offensive and defensive glass. With Lawson driving, looking for a cutting rock. Williams, Spears guarding her, picks up her dribble, looking for Sullivan, who's got the height advantage down low. Sullivan driving baseline, right side block, she goes up too strong. Rebound, face out, and it's covered by Martin. 3 on 3 here in transition. Martin's pass is a little too strong for Keith. And here's Arnold. So set and fire. I believe that's the second 3 of the first half for Bree Arnold. The lead back to 5 for Indy Black Professionals. Around 4:40 to play in this first half. Looking to answer. Not able to do so.
Jameson back in the game for Indy Black Professionals. Area 4 back in the game for Pace.
Jameson back in. Rucker will sit as well for Pace as Area 4 re-enters the ballgame. Full court pressure here from Lawson on Williams. Williams around to relatively easy. Picks up his dribble. And Cyrus flashing to the free throw line. Back to Williams. Sullivan in the corner looking for a cutting. Cyrus with the left hand on the right side. She can't finish, and that's number 4 on Jesse Key.
Foul Key
Was a risk.
Team's fifth.
To come back into this game so quickly in this first half with that foul trouble, and now she's picked up her 4th with 3:50 to play in half number 1.
Yeah, she tried to get the steal on that entry pass when Cyrus kind of cut to the basket, and once she didn't come up with the steal, I think she would have invested. Honestly, just let Cyrus get the layup, but it's hard to think about that in the moment that you already have those 3 fouls back in the play. But now he has the bench of 4 fouls, and I doubt we see her in these last 3.5 minutes of the first half.
And that's something starts to get out of hand for Pace, but they haven't needed necessarily a big performance so far for Jesse. She's been relatively quiet offensively. As here's a deep 3 from Lawson off the left side of the basket. Crossing over inside the right, tipping, Sullivan underneath the basket, a difficult pass, good recovery there for the team for Corrales. Then on the shot clock, finds Sullivan. Sullivan to a cutting side. 2 seconds on the shot clock, someone's got to put it up. Jameson.
Nice job that time by Pace. Indy Black Professionals still had really solid ball movement and player movement throughout the possession, but this time they weren't really caught off guard by any of those movements. I think the best chance for a shot came on that Deja Cyrus. They lost around the rim area. So really nice job by Pace.
at the bottom of in the first half. East has the ball, moving right to left as we're back under play, underway I should say, in this first half. If you're just joining us, the leading scorer and leading rebounder for Peace Jesse Key is on the bench and has 4 fouls. It's the right-handed hook shot to fall. Zion, have you been impressed with scoring down low? She's finished with the left, with the right, and a multitude of different ways.
I sure have. This has been maybe the best I've seen her in the 2 games I've watched this team. Really feels comfortable with getting the ball down.
A traveling call in the backcourt. Saucy Spears in the whistle for the travel. Good full court.
Back in the game for Indy Black Professionals.
Accepted the ball from out that count. So we're almost back in for Indy Black Professionals. We lead by 5 as we took under 90 seconds to play in half number 1. Williams. She drives the left side. She is found on the floor by Spears. Baseline out of bounds here for
Foul on Spears.
Indy Black Professionals.
Her first team 6.
Arnold starts side of the floor. Cyrus setting his position. Arnold picks up his looking for Cyrus. Back up top is Williams. Drives left side. Left side. Rocco is up too strong. Jameson somehow comes to the rebound and finishes the putback effort.
Nobody blocks her out. Everybody just going through the ball and ends up in the hands of Jameson for the bucket.
Started by Williams. Up top scores. Outfits he drives right side the block. And finish the layup. Stevie Williams now playing across for Indy Black Professionals. Driving right side. Shots. He comes here for the rebound first. And Peace Zion to the play. The final shot of the first half for 2 in about 7.
Shot clock off. He'd love to get a bucket out of here. Makes the 62 possession in the halftime.
3 seconds left on the rebound. Jameson at the back.
Cats out.
Zion is 9 for Indy Black Professionals over 3. If you are Peace, that's the halftime baseline. Back here at the Bonner Center, Zach Browning with you. Zion Brown alongside me. 32-27 the lead at the halftime break for Indy Black Professionals over Pace. But Zion, a couple of storylines and wrinkles to look at in the second half. How does Jessie Key manage her 4 fouls? She battled foul trouble in that first half. Also, the leading scorer for Indy Black Professionals and also the top assist woman in the entire women's side of the City League, Portia Green. She's here for the second half of action.
Yeah, so feels like we could have a second half that, just from style of play and kind of main factors in the game, could be a lot different than the first half. So I'll be curious to see now how Portia Green integrates into this game coming in for the second half. And like you said, can Key manage those fouls correctly? I think it looks like she'll stay on the bench to begin the second half. May not be the worst strategy for these first 4 or 5 minutes, depending on how well Pace can keep it close. So we'll see how both teams kind of adjust to the way this game has gone and how this game may end up flowing now for half number 2.
We're underway here in the second half. Pace moving it left to right in those green jerseys. Here's Rucker with Key on the bench. They expect Rucker, Spears as well, Ford too, to get some more looks offensively. Here's Motton. She's starting in place of Key in this second half. Spears catching and firing from the right side wing. Too strong. Rebound Sullivan. Arnold will bring it across the timeline. Sullivan, top of the key, left alone momentarily. She doesn't need much room to let it fly, and she rattles home her first 3 of the ball game. One of the more higher volume three-point shooters in the City League. Jenna Sullivan, her first of the ball game. Here's Motton picking up her dribble, dumping it down low, and that was poked out of bounds by Deja Cyrus. I think she's upset with herself, Zion, that she just didn't grab that with 2 hands.
I think she definitely had the opportunity to do so, but instead, Pace continues to have possession.
Motton inbounds towards half court. Here's Lyon. 8 to go in the shot clock. Lyon will pull from deep off the back of the rim. Rebound squirts out to Spears. She'll let it fly from 3, and that was blocked. I believe Portia Green got a fingertip, or probably a little bit more than a fingertip, considering.
I think it might have actually been Sullivan from behind, too.
One of the two got a piece of that. Still Pace basketball. Under 10 to go on the shot clock. Rucker driving, free throw line, J on its way. That one's short. It grazed the right side of the rim, and here comes Portia Green, her first touch offensively of the ball game. Arnold one-on-one against Motton, near side of the floor. Here's Sullivan. Catch and shoot 3 is off. Offensive rebound, Green, and she's on the board. Didn't take long, Zion.
No, it didn't. I mean, Portia Green, just a magnet to the basketball, was able to get the rebound and put it back up and in.
Double-figure lead now for Indy Black Professionals. Down low, Lyon on the left side. Cuts it back to single digits. Green down low. Mariah King out in front of everybody. Finishes with the left hand. Mariah King just beat everyone down the floor there and scored with the left hand. Rucker, top of the key. Sidestep 3 on its way. It bounced off the rim a couple of times. Rebound poked out. Spears driving, too strong. Green now corrals the loose ball. Green, she'll pull up from 3. It's on its way. It rattles in and out. Pace looking to counter left to right. Rucker driving the length of the floor, off the glass and in. Long outlet here. Jenna Sullivan, a 1-on-4 situation, so slow it down. Arnold stepping into a 3. That's off the back iron and out. Motton going to slow it down momentarily. Can't tell if Jessie Key's at the scorer's table to check in or if she's just sitting on the bench near the scorer's table. Either way, Motton drives and gets fouled. So she'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots. It doesn't look like Jessie Key is going to be checking into this game anytime soon. But Motton will head to the free throw line. The Emporia State alum, I should say. First free throw falls. Jessie Key will, in fact, now check in. She's going to replace Jossie Spears on the floor for Pace. One of the better guard matchups we can see here. in the City League. Jessie Key and Portia Green. Looks like they'll be matched up against each other as Motton goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's a 6-point ball game.
Every time it looks like this Indy Black Professionals team may pull away, Pace is able to respond pretty well.
Sullivan can't hit. Lyon looking to potentially make this a one-possession ball game. Motton finds the popping Key down low. Lyon working against Sullivan. She goes up. She's blocked by Sullivan, whose outlet pass is then ricocheted into the backcourt for Pace. Rucker driving hard, going underneath the basket and finishing with a nifty reverse layup. Lead is down to 4 for Indy Black Professionals as Portia Green throws it away. Turnovers hurting Indy Black Professionals these last couple of possessions. Motton driving, tied up, no, a foul. Going to be whistled on Cyrus.
You said it, Zach. The turnovers have been an issue. Basically, 3 straight possessions that are turnovers for the Indy Black Professionals team, and you can feel the energy and the momentum shifting toward Pace right now. But how about that drive by Rucker on the last bucket for this Pace team? Just never discontinued her dribble, right? Just kept it going, wheeled under the basket, and was able to finally find the glass, the square on that glass to put it up and in.
Motton, a native of Gary, Indiana, looking to make it 4 for 4 at the line. She does so, 4 for 4 at the line on her last 2 trips, and the lead is now down to 2. It's just a one-possession ball game here in game 1 of 4 on this Thursday night at the City League. A.D. Williams driving against Motton, kicking. Portia Green has it, guarded by Key. Green crossing over against Lyon, going up with the right hand on the left side and finishing a beautiful scoop layup there for Portia Green, her second bucket of the ball game.
Excellent change of direction by Green.
Motton driving, Jamison on her, kicking out. Rucker, she'll let it fly from deep and she hits. It's a 1-point game.
Man, I felt like that ball was going to touch the ceiling for a moment. A very high arcing shot from Rucker and a perfect swish.
The Rainbow 3 falls for Rucker. 13:30 left on the second half clock. We've got ourselves a 1-point ball game. Green, does she like the matchup against Lyon? 4 to go on the shot clock. Green will pull up from 3 and she answers. 7 second half points after arriving late for Portia Green. Doing what she's done all season long for this Indy Black Professional squad. Motton to the rolling Jessie Key. She goes up on the right side, can't finish. We have a loose ball foul. It's going to go against Indy Black Professionals. That was 1v4 down there for the rebound for Jessie Key. Mentioned it in that first half. She is second in the City League, averaging 9.5 rebounds per game.
And funny enough, that's one of those plays. I'm not sure Key got fouled when the foul was called. I think she might have gotten fouled on the initial shot. And so you just make up for it when she gets the ball back.
Inbound here to Lyon. She picks up her dribble and shot clock wasn't reset to where it needed to be. Shot clock sits at 12. Inbound here to Ford. She's double teamed immediately on the right block. She escapes it and finishes with the left hand. Ford's been able to finish in a number of different ways down low. That time she beat the double team to pull her team back to within 2. Green drives, kicks. Cyrus too strong on the mid-range jumper. Chance to tie or take the lead here for Pace. They've been trailing for much of this ball game. Jessie Key rattles the jumper in and out. Rebounded by A.D. Williams. Portia Green in the backcourt tying her shoe. So 4-on-5 momentarily for Indy Black Professionals. A.D. Williams can't finish, but she grabs her own rebound. She'll now fire from 3, and she'll knock it down. That one, the A.D. Williams possession for Indy Black Professionals, and it results in a triple.
Yeah, how about it from Williams? Came off the bench now in the second half with Green returning, but kind of picking up where she left off, playing so well in that first half.
Sidestep 3. Rucker answers. A big one there for Pace to keep this Indy Black Professionals lead to 1 possession. Rucker's hit some big shots in this one.
She's in quite the rhythm, Zach. It feels like every time she has the ball, she feels like she can put it through the hoop.
Green left alone from deep, and that one rattles home. A 3-point barrage the last couple of possessions for both of these two teams, and that's already 10 second-half points, Zion, for Portia Green.
Showing why she's been such a great player throughout the years in the City League.
Key guarded by Arnold, gets it off to Lyon. Her free throw line jumper off the right side of the rim. Arnold grabs the rebound. She'll bring it up the floor herself, down low. Left side of the basket. Cyrus can't finish. The rebound fell right back to her, and she threw it right to Rucker. 2 on 3 here. No numbers for Pace. Rucker drives, and she stepped out of bounds. Looked like it was either going to be a travel or some sort of turnover there, and Rucker steps out of bounds. Probably one of those situations, Zion, where you got to pull that back out, reset. They didn't have numbers in transition.
Yeah, and I think Rucker, once again, wanted to rely on that athleticism, but you're exactly right. That was a situation where the numbers just weren't there. And textbook transition defense by Chelsea Jamison, just kind of walling up, staying in front, and not overreacting to the drive coming her direction by fouling.
Jenna Sullivan, left side wing, guarded by Jessie Key, who still has those 4 fouls. She hasn't picked one up here in the second half, though. Green shut off baseline. King driving through a couple of Pace defenders, and we have a whistle and a foul. I think that's going to go against Jossie Spears on the floor. It's the second on Spears, just the first team foul, though, of the second half. About 5.5 minutes away from our Elam ending as Williams collects the inbounds pass, guarded by Spears, who just picked up that foul. Williams, top of the key, driving below the free throw line, kicking. Jamison, as the shot clock is winding down, can't hit. Rebound falls right into the hands of Williams. She somehow gets it to Sullivan, who is short on the short corner jumper. Jamison will now slow it down a little bit and reset to Portia Green. Green right side, hesitation. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock. Green has to step back and hoist. She's too strong on that 3-point effort. Rucker trouble with the hit-ahead pass. Pace trying to get a timeout, but they won't get it in time. It'll be a jump ball. Autumn Rucker and either Portia Green or Chelsea Jamison will tip this up for Indy Black Professionals. I think it'll be Portia Green for Indy Black Professionals. Autumn Rucker for Pace. A 5-point ball game. This game has been close throughout. There was a slight moment where Indy Black Professionals took a double-figure lead, but it's really been 1 or 2, maybe even 3 possessions all game long as Jamison has it, quickly moving the other way. Sullivan from 3, can't hit. Rucker wrestles the rebound away from her teammates. Will now bring it down the floor. Poked away by Williams. Outlet from King. Williams, left side, and she finishes.
What a defensive play by A.D. Williams. Looked like Rucker was going to blow by her. Just got a piece of the basketball to disrupt the play.
Timeout taken far side of the floor. Pace is going to take a timeout here. 52-45 with 7:45 left on that clock. We're about 3 minutes and 45 seconds away. 2 minutes and 45 seconds away from our Elam ending. Zion, it seems to me that the kind of lack of rhythm for Jessie Key, she wasn't really able to find the rhythm in that first half. It looks like it's been affecting her a little bit offensively in this second.
I'd agree. She hasn't really had the usual offensive and scoring punch that we're used to seeing from her. But I think if you're this Pace team, that means you just continue to play through Autumn Rucker, who has been so tremendous throughout the game. Rucker and Ford, those two have really been the main cogs offensively. So if you can keep finding a way to play through them and go through them, I think that'll work for this Pace team. And it is what it is. They're going to have to knock down, I think, at least a few more 3-point shots to win this game, right? They're trailing by 7 now, so plenty of time to do so. But we've seen Rucker hit some, and Spears hit 1 or 2, I believe, in the first half. But I think it'll need to be a team effort just when you have those open looks, being able to knock them down.
52-45, the lead for Indy Black Professionals. The first of 4 games tonight, the first of 2 on the Queens of the Court side. We have Horizon League versus Centier Bank coming up next. The 2 unbeaten teams on the women's side of the City League this summer matching up. That one will come your way after the conclusion of this one. Horizon League and Centier Bank. I think we've all been waiting for that one, Zion. Should be a good one, again, following the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, that should be a nice kind of old school versus new school matchup, if you will, between those two teams.
Bria Goss and the Ben Davis Army, it feels like, against essentially the Ball State Cardinals. Allie Becky, Alex Richard, the Smith sisters as well, as that's a turnover. Jessie Key and Autumn Rucker not on the same page there coming out of the timeout. Not what Pace was looking for, especially coming out of a timeout, Zion.
Not at all, just a miscommunication on a back cut, and the ball rolls out of bounds with nobody near it.
Williams, free throw line. Jumper too strong. Spears the rebound, tied up by Jamison. Good play there by Chelsea Jamison to come out of nowhere and tie up Jossie Spears. I'll have a jump ball now. Spears and Jamison to tip it up. Whistle. Jump ball violation. There was some movement before the ball was thrown up. I believe it was Mariah King.
Yeah.
That got a little bit of a head start. That's a violation. So effectively, Pace wins the jump ball. Mott will re-enter the ball game.
It's one of those, I saw it happen, and I was like, I don't think you're allowed to do that. And then the trailing ref did indeed make the call.
One of those where you can probably get away with a little bit of movement, but
Right, but not a full cut to the other end of the lane.
Mariah King had made her way across the entire painted area before the ball had been jumped. That's another turnover for Pace. Numbers here for Indy Black Professionals. Williams stops, picks up her dribble. Sullivan, top of the key, three in and out. She has not had that three-point shot going tonight. Rucker driving, spinning towards the middle of the lane. Can't hit the right-handed floater. Quick outlet from Sullivan, intercepted. Pass was intended for Portia Green. Moughton intercepted it. Ford, she'll let it fly from the top of the key. It's off the right side of the rim, rebounded by Green. Ford has been effective down low, been a little bit quiet over the last couple of minutes, though.
Sure has been. I'd like to see them try to just get it to her in the paint with the advantage she has size-wise.
Green being guarded by Key. A nice pass by Portia Green. King can't finish. Still a 7-point ball game. Here's Key, free throw line. That one's off, rebound by Jamison, and we have a whistle in the backcourt. A foul going to be whistled against Sarah Lyon and Pace. I think that's probably an underrated part, what we just saw a moment ago, Zion, of Portia Green's game. She averages around 15 points per game, top 10 in the City League. But she's also tied atop the assist charts, averaging 5 a game as well, not just a scorer.
And you like that because as a teammate, you know that ball, if you are open or if you do have a crease, that ball is coming your way. A lot of these top scorers you see aren't ever really looking to pass, but Green is willing to do both.
Nice finger roll layup, a scoop shot there from A.D. Williams. She's been impactful on both ends of the floor this evening for Indy Black Professionals. Their lead is up to 9. Here's Key down low, pump fake. She's amongst a sea of what would you call that? Maroon jerseys,
Yeah.
But she gets it to go anyway.
And I was going to say, Pace really needed a bucket there, and they got it. Now they need to stop as we approach that 4-minute mark.
Needed a bucket, went to the leading scorer. Here's Williams looking for a rolling Sullivan. She'll pull it back out. Under 4 to play. Williams will launch from 3. Off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Ford. We're at the point of the game where Indy Black Professionals can foul / take a timeout to kind of force that Elam ending if they so choose. It's Lyon around a screen from Ford, just below the free throw line. It rolls off the front of the rim. Rebound poked out to Key. She returns it to Lyon. Jamison stole it from her. And we have a whistle and a foul. Chelsea Jamison has been great defensively. It's going to go against Sarah Lyon, that foul.
Yeah, you mentioned it, though. Jamison has made a couple of nice defensive plays throughout this half. And I think this Indy Black Professionals team, when you look at it, they just have a lot of people with long arms on their team, I would say, right? Maybe not all the tallest, not the shortest either, but several of those players, like Cyrus, Sullivan, Jamison, just really long arms that make it disruptive whenever you get into traffic.
With this dead balls line, we've reached our Elam ending. Target score of 63 is up on the board. 54-47 the lead for Indy Black Professionals. If you're Pace, you're looking over into that huddle amongst those green jerseys. What's the plan of attack? Obviously, you need to get stops, but the offense has been a little bit sluggish at points, too, in the second half.
Well, it's now or never. All game long, this Pace team, they got within 2 earlier in this half, but other than that, this team has just not been able to break that barrier, break that wall to really tie this game up or take the lead from Indy Black Professionals. So they're going to have to play great defense and rebounding. I say that every time a team is going into this Elam Indy period trailing, is that you have to defend, right? You can't win this game without defending. And so that's going to be objective number 1. And then, like you said, the offense has struggled. So just finding ways to create creases. A little surprised to see Autumn Rucker on the bench in this moment, but we'll see if she eventually comes back in before it's too late.
Indy Black Professionals with the basketball, moving right to left out of the timeout. 9 points away from their second victory of the season. Arnold gives way to Cyrus, guarded by Ford. Hands it off, Williams. 8 to go on the shot clock. Williams drives left side, too strong on the layup. Rebounded by Ford. There's one stop. Pace needs to string a couple together as well as get some buckets on this end. Spears fighting away to the front of the rim. Jamison rejected the shot, but there for the putback and one is Ariel Ford. Zion, I'm not sure you could have asked for a better sequence there coming out of the timeout for Pace. A stop, a rebound on one end, and an and one opportunity here on the other.
Great job by Ford to track that ball after the block. That's one of those. Jamison made a great defensive play. Just kind of got unlucky with where the ball ended up after the swat.
Ford continues her stellar performance, converting the three-point play. She's been as impactful as any player on Pace tonight, especially on the offensive side. Lead is down to 4 for Indy Black Professionals. We'll see if Portia Green sits on that bench for long for the team in front. Here's Cyrus driving below the free throw line, fouled by Spears. See if they get that on the ground or in the act of shooting.
Looks like she'll be at the foul line.
Cyrus at the line for Black Professionals.
Two shots upcoming here for Deja Cyrus, First one is good. Cyrus averaging around 15 points per game in the season. She's been instrumental tonight as well. She's a killer from the mid-range as she knocks down both free throws, extending the lead back to 6 for Indy Black Professionals. Looks like Rucker will check back in for Pace at the next dead ball. Here's a catch-and-shoot three. Motton, it was needed, and she hit it.
Mentioned it a few minutes ago. They've got to get some of those threes to fall, and just like that, we've got a three-point game.
Jamison guarded by Motton. Motton got a touch to it up top. Cyrus, extra pass, Williams into the corner. Arnold will load and fire from 3 off the front of the rim. Spears the rebound, and she'll push the pace. No numbers here. She'll now look to slow it down. Reset at the volleyball line. High post, Ariel Ford, guarded by Cyrus. Ford, middle of the floor. Splits the double, goes up with the right hand, can't finish. Key the rebound, and she lost it on the way up.
That's a little farther out than I like those post-ups for Ford.
Jamison stepping into a 3, missing everything. That will trickle out of bounds. Will spark some substitutions for both sides. Autumn Rucker back in for Pace. Sarah Lyon will head to the bench. Portia Green back in, as well as Mariah King for Indy Black Professionals. 3-point ball game. Target score of 63. We're set up for a sprint to the finish line here. Motton driving Green, kicking. Rucker fresh off the bench from 3, misses everything. It's always a tough shot straight off the bench.
Right.
Green will now step into a 3 of her own. She misses everything. If you're Indy Black Professionals, Zion, do you want to keep settling for 3s? I get that was a decently open look for a good 3-point shooter there in Portia Green. Do you want to keep settling for that shot?
I prefer to see Green and Williams continue to attack the basket as they've done so well today.
Loose ball, rolls out of bounds, last touched by Pace is the call initially. We'll see after the referees confer here.
I thought this should have been Pace's ball, but I might have not gotten a great look at it.
Referees have conferred. They are happy with their initial ruling. It will be Indy Black Professionals basketball. Bonner Center starting to fill up, nearing the end of game one. Again, a battle of two unbeaten, Centier Bank Horizon League. That's on deck here at the City League. King up top for Indy Black Professionals. 6 to go on the shot clock. Green's going to have to do something. She'll step into a three, top of the key, off the back of the rim. Long rebound out to Motton in numbers here for Pace. Motton driving, dumping it off to Ford. An excellent pass, and she's rewarded with an assist. A quick outlet. Sullivan, she'll shoot from three, and it rattles home. She hasn't been super efficient tonight from deep, Zion, but that one of the biggest shots of the night.
And I mean, I was kind of surprised she just rose and fired that shot, but it dropped.
No hesitation for Sullivan. She has the green light 100% of the time from deep, and for good reason. Motton looking for Ford down low. Good hands by Sullivan. Key driving right side. She's double teamed. She can't finish, but she was fouled. Seems like anytime Jessie Key drives the basketball or touches the basketball inside that free throw line area, Zion, she is seeing multiple bodies and defenders from Indy Black Professionals.
And this has been some truly good action, Zach, I would say, from both these teams that came into today with only one win, and one of them is going to get their second, but a really hard-fought matchup all throughout. And Pace nowhere near out of this game.
2 shots upcoming for Key, and you mentioned kind of the importance of this ball game. Both of these two teams with just one win on the season coming into tonight. There's 4 teams on the Queens of the Court side with just one win. So a win here tonight for both of these two teams kind of separates themselves and puts them squarely in that top 4 as we have a timeout on the floor. Key hit the first free throw. It's a 3-point ball game. We're in the Elam ending. Target score of 63. It's a 59-56 lead for Indy Black Professionals. We'll take a quick break and take you the rest of the way on the other side. Back here at the Bonner Center, Week 5, Night 2 of the City League. We've got a fantastic finish coming your way here in the first of 4 this evening. Indy Black Professionals and Pace locked in a one-possession battle with Jessie Key. Her second of 2 free throws coming here at the charity stripe. Free throw misses from Key. Still 2 possessions away from that target score. And Zion, she did make the first free throw. We haven't put up that initial point for Pace on the scoreboard just yet. So I believe it is 59-56, not 59-55 like the scoreboard reads here in the Bonner Center. That's a steal for Portia Green. She pushes it ahead looking for Williams. She picks it up on the run and finishes with the left hand. What a play by both Green and Williams to pull them within one possession of winning.
Yeah, Portia Green just rolling on the ground, just tapped the ball ahead into the front court for the bucket.
Ford, right side block, picks up her dribble, working against Sullivan. She goes up, she goes under, she's fouled. Couldn't finish on the right side of the basket. Jenna Sullivan wanted a walk. She didn't get it. But it'll place forward at the free throw line. 2 shots upcoming, and these are a pair of big ones, Zion, for Pace.
Sure are. I mean, you got to hit both to feel comfortable here. It's still a little confusion on the score. I believe you're correct that it should be 56 points showing for this Pace team, but 2 big ones coming here for Ford.
She's been great down on the block all night long for Pace as she gets the first free throw to fall. Scoreboard has been rectified. It is 61-57 as that one misses. Key the offensive rebound, but a massive block for Jenna Sullivan. Intercepted. Motton has it. Numbers here for Pace. Rucker, left side, left hand, the finish. 2-point ball game. A bucket, though, wins it for Indy Black Professionals. And Portia Green wants a timeout. All right, Zion. 2 points away from the target score is Indy Black Professionals. They could win it on this possession right here. Take us inside that Indy Black Professionals huddle. What are you drawing up?
I think some off-ball action to find a way to get the ball near or in the painted area. What I've seen throughout this Elam Indian period, and maybe even a little bit before that, this Pace team, it almost looks like they're playing a zone, but they're not. They're just playing the gap so much more heavily, because they are really daring this Indy Black Professionals team to make those outside shots. And in the half-court offense, they haven't really been able to make them. So I expect Pace to play the same strategy, especially because a 2 beats them. So it's not like, oh, we can't go over 3 or 2 beats them, right? So I guess you would play the same strategy the way I see it. And so if you're this Indy Black Professionals team, it is about willing yourself open near the paint. I think the best way they can do that isn't even going to be from a drive or from a pick and roll, but just doing so somehow with a nice cut or setting a screen off the ball.
Sullivan plays it into Arnold. Arnold driving, kicking, Green, left wing triple for the win. She's got it. Portia Green, she arrived late, but she showed up when it mattered most in the second half, delivering a 64-59 win for Indy Black Professionals. They pick up their 2nd win of the season. And how about that second half performance, Zion, for Portia Green, including the game winner?
Yeah, she had her stamp all over that second half. I think if she doesn't get here, you never know completely, but I think there's a good chance Pace comes out as the winner of this game if Green weren't here for the second half. She was really just excellent all throughout the half that she was able to play, and finishing off with the game-winning bucket, just finding space on the outside and drilling the 3.
Pace drops to 1-4 on the season. Their regular season is complete. Indy Black Professionals improves to 2-2. They'll take on Be The Hands next Thursday, the 24th, a week from tonight, to close out their regular season. Well, Zion, game 1 in the books, a 64-59 win for Indy Black Professionals over Pace. And we've got one of the biggest games of the City League season on tap coming up next. It's Centier Bank versus Horizon League. You won't want to miss that one. We'll be back in just a few moments. Find us on another YouTube live stream. It'll be titled Centier Bank versus Horizon League. You won't want to miss that contest between the final 2 unbeatens on the Queens of the Court side. But for one final time here for game number 1, alongside Zion Browning, I'm Zach Browning saying so long. We'll catch you in the next one.